What is up, YouTube family? Welcome every single one of you individually, my brother or my sister tuning into me, tuning into another one of my video blogs. Title of this video, the proper foods to buy. Yes, when we go to the market, there are a difference between buying the improper and the proper type of foods, you feel me? Whether it be animal-based meat, dairy products, or plant-based fucking fruits and vegetable products, there is a proper way to going about purchasing these foods, and that is what we're going to talk about today in this video. My intention behind this video is just for us viewing this to become much more greatly aware of the foods we are purchasing and how they may be contributing to our ailments, if we may be having some and or are experiencing some at the moment. Ailments, for those of us that may not know, are illnesses, mental illnesses, diseases, things that throw our body out of homeostasis, right? Anxiety, depression, frustration, anger, unfocusedness, anything out of the nature of health. Today in this video, we are going to talk about what it is in foods that contributes to those things arising within us. You feel me? Food is medicine. That is a great saying from the great Hippocrates, which was a great philosopher fucking hundreds of thousands of years ago. And he said that thousands of years ago, food is medicine, and that is in fact fucking true. As true as it was back then, it is that true, just as much as true as for today. You feel me? If that made any fucking sense. Shit, I am stumbling on my words. I am already baked as we speak. You guys that know how I love to do things around this channel. We are going to get baked, get stoned before we talk about what we're going to talk about in this video. So those of you that love to smoke up that marijuana, bring out your vape pens with your boy, bring out your pipe, your bubbler, straight shooter, steamroller, bong, rig if you're going to dab it. Your pre-roll, your blunt, your joint, what have you. Let me know down in the comments whatever it is you guys are smoking up on this nice Thursday morning. I am catching a wake and bake with you guys while we learn some good fucking shit together, you feel me? I got this nice, good, informative, educational book by Nora Gedgaudas in front of me called Primal Fat Burner. Live longer, slow aging, superpower your brain, and save your life with a high-fat, low-carb paleo diet. I'm going to read 2 pages from this book to us that is informative on what I want to talk about today, which is food, the proper foods to buy, you feel me? There is a proper way to be going about this stuff, but a lot of us are unconscious of this knowledge, of this wisdom, you feel me? We go to the market and just buy these things thinking that they are just the food that is being presented to us. So in other words, when we buy meat, we think that it's really we're eating healthy meat, right? We're eating meat and getting nutritional value out of that meat, when in reality we are actually getting no nutritional value out of that meat, and in fact consuming that product is putting other chemical agents in our physiology that makes us unhealthy, you feel me? It's good to become aware of this science behind conventionally farmed raised meats and knowing the proper meats to buy. And so yeah, before we talk about that, let's take some dabs. What am I smoking up onto today? I am smoking on the King Louis OG strain. You guys already know me, smoking out of the Plug and Play. Shout out to Plug and Play. And shit, if you guys are smoking out of some vapes, I highly recommend that you always smoke out of a reputable, known fucking brand that actually lab tests their fucking cartridges to make sure that they are pesticide free, solvent free, chemically laden free. That way you're not smoking shit that you don't know is going into your lungs and will possibly later down the road cause your fucking lungs to collapse. You feel me? There are tons of research out there nowadays of humans, adults between the ages of 18 to 36 having lung issues, lung problems, lungs collapsing on them from vaping. You feel me? You want to do your fucking homework out there and you don't just want to be vaping out of any unknown fucking knockoff brand. You feel me? You don't want to ruin your fucking health. That is what we are about on this fucking channel within every single one of our videos. And if you guys haven't checked out my podcast yet, that is what my podcast is all about as well. The name of my podcast is Health, Strength, and Vitality. I leave the information to all of my other social medias down in the description of every single one of my videos. So if you guys want to check out the podcast, check it out. On the podcast, I definitely go much more in depth, in detail, with great knowledge behind the things that I learned that have to do with health, strength, vitality, longevity, and great quality of life. You feel me? So definitely check out the podcast. That's enough of me rambling. Let's take some dabs before I read what I have to read to us on purchasing the proper fucking foods so we can thrive and be vital in this fucking lifetime. You feel me? Cheers, fam. Good old blinker with you guys. Woo! Woo! That is not my first hit of the day. However, it is still early as fuck in the day. I don't have a time clock with me, but I believe it's 9-something a.m. Catching awake and bake. You guys already know how that goes. The first high of the day is always the highest high of the day. So bear with me. Let's get baked. Cheers, fam. Woo, nothing like too nice. Really good fucking dabs in the morning. All right, you guys keep smoking up your herb while I read to us what I'm going to read to us so we can all have this good knowledge behind nutrition and so we can implement this knowledge in our day-to-day life and reap the benefits in a manner that we are great, healthy, vital individuals. You feel me? All right. Starting with this first page. Our modern practice of constant and intensive farming, combined with widespread use of pesticides and herbicides, has left our precious topsoil greatly weakened. It simply cannot feed the same level of nutrients to plants and therefore to us. Hybridization of plants has caused declines in nutritional value and increases in antigenicity. Food is picked days or weeks before it is fully ripe or ready so that it can be shipped to consumers. Sometimes it is sprayed with preservatives and still called quote-unquote organic. Even organic produce is not always significantly better if grown by massive industrial farming operations in depleted soils before traveling long distances to consumers. And that's just talking about plant foods. The fat and nutritional profile of animal source foods has changed so much that I recommend you eat meat from free roaming game and livestock that exclusively eat fresh grass outside in the fresh air and sun. What I call exclusively pasture raised or grass fed and grass finished, as the phrase grass fed is now usually a catch-call for grass fed and then grain finished. So what she's saying there, in other words, is the proper meats to buy is pasture raised, grass fed, grass finished meats, right? This is what we talked about in my previous video as to why I stopped being a vegan. Learning about more nutrient dense foods that are out there, relearning that meat isn't in fact dangerous for our health, but is in fact very beneficial for our health and necessary for our health if we are to get certain nutrients that can't be sourced or found from plants in nature, such as creatine, carnitine, other B vitamins that you cannot find in plants, you feel me? Fat soluble vitamins, all of these things come from fucking animal foods. However, we have fucked it all up since the 60s on, 1960s onward till today. We fucked up the way we produce and source animal products, and that is what's ruining the environment and ruining our health, you feel me? Let's continue. The meat is radically different from that of feedlot or factory farmed animals that are contained and given agricultural feed for part of all their lives. Fully pasture raised animals are also the most unlikely kind to harbor pathogens such as dangerous and sometimes deadly acid resistant E. coli. But only 3% of beef sold in the United States is 100% grass-fed and grass-finished. That means the majority of eaten meat today is essentially degraded in nutrition and higher in risk, increasing anti-nutrients. Only 3% of the world's meat today is properly sourced, is grass-fed, grass-finished, raised on pasture. That cattle, those fucking cows, right? Only 3% in the world. So how do we increase that percentage? By putting our money into those farmers, into that 3%, so that the fucking the market chain can realize, oh shit, all the consumers are putting their money into these practices. We got to start expanding these practices and options in the market field, which will then increase the practice within the farmers all around the world of sustainable regenerative farming, which will then increase the ecosystems and bring our planet back to life, bring back all the organisms in nature back to life. You feel me? Regenerative, sustainable farming really does protect, heal, and grow ecosystems. It's the proper way of sourcing and providing animal products. That's the way we should be doing it. And only 3% of the world is doing that type of farming, regenerative farming. The other type is what the majority of us are buying, conventionally farm lot raised animal meats, which are just animals that are injected with growth hormones so they can grow faster, be butchered faster, be put on the shelf faster for consumers to continue to buy day after fucking day after day after day. So for those of you that are like, where is all that meat coming from? They're providing so much fucking meat for the whole world. Well, it's because they are doing it in a very negative, harmful fucking manner to our health and to the environment's health, which is ultimately destroying everything, you feel me? To make a long story short, we should be aware of this knowledge and stop putting our money into these practices, into these conventionally farmed raised meats, eggs, and dairy products, such as pasture-raised products. When we're buying pasteurized milk, pasteurized butter, pasteurized anything, that is doing detriment to our health as well. Because, like I said in the previous video, by definition, pasteurized anything that is pasteurized by definition means all living organisms and enzymes in those products are dead, which means if you are consuming that with unconscious of that knowledge, if you are consuming pasteurized products unconscious of the knowledge of what pasteurized does to your immune system, robbing your immune system of all of its essential enzymes and organisms to be healthy and digest food, if you are unconsciously consuming pasteurized products day after day after day, you are only making your enzymes deficient in your body, depleted, and thus compromising your digestion, your physiological functions within your digestive tract, you feel me? And that's when illnesses, diseases start to arise within your immune system, you feel me? So It's good to be aware of that fact. Stop putting your money into conventionally farm-raised animal meats. Those of us that are still into veganism, you need to snap out of it because you are becoming nutritionally deficient in so many essential vitamins that can't be found in plant fucking foods. And even if you get supplements that have these nutrients that are found in animal foods, you still even then won't benefit from it because, like I said in the previous video, nature provides the complexity of nutrients, enzymes, alkaloids, terpenes, minerals, vitamins, all of it. The complexity of all of it is provided by nature in the form of food, and that cannot be replicated and put into a supplement. You feel me? Nothing can replicate what nature has created, no matter how close we get to it. No matter how close in the future we create technology to get close to nature's ways, we cannot replicate nature. You feel me? We can only learn from nature and observe nature and live in harmony with nature. That way we don't destroy not only our health, but the entire planet's health. And that's where we're at today. So put your fucking money into grass-fed, grass-finished products. Let's continue with this reading. Through the unnatural ways we grow and raise our food today, we have created a perfect storm of malnourishment. According to the World Health Organization, at least 30% of the world's population is suffering from iron deficiency, anemia, and at least half of us are deficient in vitamin D, a critical fat-soluble nutrient. In fact, malnutrition has become the new quote-unquote normal and now affects a third of humanity, according to a study that warns of the devastating human and economic toll of undernutrition and obesity. If the body is short on key nutrients that it needs in order to function, you may be compelled to keep eating, unconsciously seeking what is nutritionally missing. Your constant appetite frequently drives you toward empty calories, which are high-calorie foods with very little nutritional value. The result is a double negative. You come to weigh more and more over time, and your body is starved of nutrients that could help your metabolism work at its best and keep your immune system resilient. To keep our immune system resilient, healthy, strong, and vital is to equip our body, our physiology with all of the essential nutrients that are critical for optimal function. You feel me? Food really is fucking medicine. And I really wish that our medical system, doctors and nurses, had far more training and education in nutrition, because outside of all their allopathic way of medicine, you know, the pills and everything else that comes with allopathic medicine, out of that, if we were to combine nutrition with allopathic medicine in their training, you feel me, when they're going to college and all that, before they actually get those careers, if they got far more, I'd say 3 more years of nutritional education rather than just 4 hours of nutritional education. Medical schools still till this day only give 4 hours of nutritional education to medical doctors, which is fucking insane. That needs to increase, you feel me? That way doctors and nurses are much more informed on the chemicals of food and the chemicals of the physiology and how they interact and how they ultimately, in a huge factor, determine our quality of life, our destiny in life, meaning ultimately our mortality. Food determines a huge factor of how we even show up and express ourselves in life. You feel me? Because if we are optimally consuming the nutrients that we need, our body is putting those nutrients in the right places in the organ, cells, tissues, glands, building the right neurochemistry, the right neurons, firing and wiring the brain, all the circuitry. You're working in a state of coherence. Everything's functioning optimally, is turned on at its peak because you have the nutrients. You could think of nutrients like keys, right? Think of a nutrient like a key to turn on your car so your car could fucking work. If you're getting all the right fucking keys in your body, all the right nutrients, your fucking body's turned on, you feel me? When you're a vegan, you're not turned the fuck on. I don't care how much you're in your head and in your belief of, oh, I'm saving animals, the spirit of animals. Like, dude, do further fucking spiritual work. Animals are placed on this plane of existence for us humans to continue to evolve our consciousness, which can't be done without the consumption of them and their spirit. And to go further than that, for those of you that are into that spirituality stuff, which is a reality, do a prayer over your meats and know and acknowledge the spirit of that animal and invite the spirit of that animal to join you in your spirit and become much more alive within your spirit and actually express a part of its spirit through your spirit and create in co-creation within this reality. You feel me? So in a sense, that animal is actually becoming much more greatly alive to and through you and serving a purpose to and through you to the degree that you are being productive and making something happen in the world. You feel me? So killing an animal is not a waste of its life as long as the person consuming it fucking does something with it, makes something happen in the world. You feel me? And not only that, it's actually supporting all of your physiological functions. Animal products, you feel me? That is going to be it for this video. 21 fucking minutes. It's a long video. I've been doing long fucking videos as of late, but I don't give a fuck. The real ones, stick around, learn this shit with your boy, and support your fucking boy. You feel me? I'm not in it for the short run to gain all of this fucking attention. No, I'm here to serve a fucking purpose and give some real fucking valuable knowledge out that we can implement and utilize, even if it only gets to a few thousand of us out there. Fuck it. I've served my purpose in this lifetime. I've gave good value and done service. You feel me? And that's all that matters at the end of the day. So with that being said, also check out the Discord. I'll leave the information to my Discord down in the description. In my Discord server, we can all interact with each other, all talk about shit. I have a bunch of channels in there. I post a bunch more knowledge and education and just cool shit. So definitely check out the Discord, check out the podcast. That is going to be it for this video. Let's close out with a nice dab. Cheers, fam. That is going to be it for this video. As always, make sure to live your fucking truth, because living your truth is being of service to someone somewhere out there. And I truthfully believe we all came here to live a purposeful, meaningful fucking life at this time. So be productive, make something happen, be creative, and continue to cultivate and create your ultimate destiny that you seek to physically experience in this lifetime. You feel me? Catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.